Welcome to India Business Insights. We will look at the Indian Economic Survey 2023 to 24 in a series of videos. This is an often neglected but an important document and would give you a very good understanding of the state of the Indian economy, foreign trade, investment directions, etc. And all of this would help many of you to plan your businesses better. This chapter highlights the significant recovery of the Indian economy post-COVID, projecting a real GDP growth of 6.5% to 7% for the upcoming fiscal year. We will explore key insights, including fiscal developments, inflation trends, and the performance of various sectors such as agriculture and industry. Additionally, we are excited to announce that this video is part of a broader playlist dedicated to the Indian Economic Survey, where we will cover all chapters in detail. So make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on upcoming videos that will provide a comprehensive understanding of India's economic landscape. Thank you for joining us. And let's get started. Global Economic Scenario. The Global Economic Survey of India for 2023-24 provides a comprehensive overview of the global economic scenario, highlighting significant trends, challenges, global economic growth. The global economy experienced a growth rate of 3.2% in 2023, which, while lower than the 3.5% growth in 2022 and was higher than the 2.8% projected in the April 2023 World Economic Outlook by the International Monetary Fund. This growth was underpinned by resilience in both emerging market economies and advanced economies, with many major economies surpassing pre-pandemic GDP levels. Notably, India and China achieved GDP levels that were 20% higher in 2023 compared to 2019. Inflation and monetary policy. Inflationary pressures, which peaked in 2022, saw a significant decline in 2023. However, inflation remained above target levels in many countries. The Consumer Price Index inflation for 2023 was reported at 1.5%, down from 8.7% in 2022. Despite easing inflation, core inflation persisted, driven by robust labor markets and services inflation in advanced economies. To combat inflation, many central banks maintained high policy rates. The European Central Bank became the first major central bank to cut its policy rate in nearly 5 years, reducing it by a quarter percentage point in June 2024. In contrast, the Federal Reserve remained cautious about lowering rates due to stronger than expected labor market data and persistent inflation. Trade and foreign direct investment. The global volume of exports of goods and services grew modestly by 0.5% in 2023, significantly lower than the 3.7% growth in 2022. This slowdown was attributed to reduced demand in developed economies and geopolitical tensions that affected trade dynamics. Additionally, global FDI flows declined, reflecting concerns over geopolitical conflicts and high borrowing costs. FDI outflows as a percentage of GDP fell from 1.6% in 2022 to 0.6% in 2023. Geopolitical risks and supply chain pressures. Geopolitical risks remained elevated, particularly due to ongoing conflicts such as the Russia-Ukraine war. The Geopolitical Risk Index indicated heightened tensions, although it showed some signs of easing in late 2023. Supply chain pressures also moderated, as evidenced by the Global Supply Chain Pressure Index, which indicated a decrease in supply chain disruptions compared to previous years. Fiscal conditions. On the fiscal front, the global general government fiscal deficit increased by 1.6 percentage points in 2023 compared to the previous year, primarily due to a decline in revenues from oil and commodity exports. Consequently, global public debt also rose, reflecting the ongoing challenges in managing fiscal health amid economic uncertainties. A resilient domestic economy. Economic momentum. In FY24, India's economy successfully carried forward the momentum from FY23 into FY24, achieving a real GDP growth of 8.4%. This marks the third consecutive year of growth exceeding 7%. Driven by stable consumption and improving investment demand. The gross value added at 2011 to 2012 prices also grew by 7.2%, indicating broad-based growth across various sectors. Notably, net taxes at constant prices surged by 19.1%, supported by strong tax growth at both central and state levels and the rationalization of subsidy expenditures. Sectoral contributions to GVA. In FY24, the shares of the agriculture, industry, and services sectors in overall GVA at current prices were 17.7%, 27.6%, and 54.7% respectively. While the agriculture sector continued to grow, it faced challenges due to erratic weather patterns, resulting in a 0.3% decline in total food grain output as per the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. Conversely, the industrial sector showed resilience, with manufacturing GVA rebounding to grow by 9.9% in FY24, aided by reduced input prices and stable domestic demand. The wholesale price index inflation for manufacturing recorded a deflator of minus 1.7%, reflecting the input price advantage. Services sector growth. High frequency indicators revealed robust growth in the services sector, with goods and services tax, that is GST collections, and e-way bill issuances demonstrating double-digit growth. Financial and professional services emerged as significant growth drivers post-pandemic, while contact-intensive services like trade and transport showed remarkable recovery, integrating more technology and digital content. Demand and investment dynamics. On the demand side, private final consumption expenditure grew by 4% in real terms in FY24, supported by strong urban demand indicators such as passenger vehicle sales and air traffic. Gross fixed capital formation continued to be a crucial growth driver, with private non-financial corporations showing a 19.8% increase in FY23 and early signs of sustained momentum into FY24. Residential real estate sales reached their highest since 2013, with a 33% year-on-year growth, reflecting strong urban household investment trends. Financial sector resilience. The banking and financial sector is well positioned to meet the growing financial needs, with credit disbursal to MSMEs and personal loans for housing growing in double digits. Corporate bond issuances surged by 70.5% in FY24, indicating a shift towards bond markets for financing. Macroeconomic stability safeguards growth. Fiscal consolidation and macroeconomic stability. Despite global challenges, India has remained focused on fiscal consolidation, which has been the cornerstone of its macroeconomic stability. The fiscal deficit of the Union government has been brought down from 6.4% of GDP in FY23 to 5.6% of GDP in FY24, according to provisional actuals data. Strong growth in direct and indirect taxes, along with restrained revenue expenditure, has led to lower deficits. The share of capital outlay in the fiscal deficit has increased, suggesting improved productivity of borrowed resources. Revenue buoyancy. Revenue receipts of the Union government increased by 14.5% in FY24, with robust growth in both tax and non-tax revenues. Gross tax revenue grew by 13.4%, translating into tax revenue buoyancy of 1.4. Direct taxes grew by 15.8%, while indirect taxes increased by 10.6%. GST collection grew by 12.7%, reflecting increased compliance over time. Expenditure management. While achieving compression in revenue expenditure as a percentage of GDP, the government ensured the provision of free food grains to 81.4 crore people. Capital expenditure for FY24 stood at 9.5 lakh crore rupees, an increase of 28.2% on a year-on-year basis and 2.8 times the level of FY20. The focus of CapEx has been broad-based, addressing logistical bottlenecks and expanding productive capacities. However, the private sector needs to take the lead in capital formation to sustain growth. State government finances. Preliminary estimates suggest that the gross fiscal deficit of 23 states was 8.6% lower than the budgeted figure of 9.1 lakh crore rupees. Fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP for these states came in at 2.8% as against a budgeted 3.1%. The quality of spending by state governments improved with a focus on capex as well. General government debt. The general government debt to GDP ratio increased slightly in FY24 due to monetary tightening and lower nominal GDP growth. However, with the increased prospects of monetary policy easing and the government's continued commitment to fiscal consolidation, the debt ratio is likely to resume its declining trend. Union government debt is characterized by low currency and interest rate risks, with a gradual elongation of the maturity profile. Inflation management. Domestic inflationary pressures moderated in FY24, with retail inflation declining from 6.7% in FY23 to 5.4% in FY24. This was due to measures undertaken by the government and the RBI, including open market sales, timely imports, and policy rate hikes. India was the only country amongst its peers to traverse a high growth and low inflation path in FY22 to FY24. Financial system resilience. The banking and financial system remains resilient, with the gross non-performing assets ratio declining to 2.8% in March 2024, a 12-year low. The RBI remains proactive in undertaking regulatory action to preserve financial stability, such as tightening norms around unsecured lending. External sector management. India's external sector is being deftly managed, with comfortable foreign exchange reserves and a stable exchange rate. Forex reserves as of the end of March 2024 were sufficient to cover 11 months of projected imports and more than 100% of total external debt. The Indian rupee has been one of the least volatile currencies among its emerging market peers in FY24. Reduction in macroeconomic vulnerability. The government's commitment to fiscal consolidation, keeping sovereign bond yields and spreads in check, has helped keep the macroeconomic environment stable and provided a platform for sustainable growth. This is reflected in the downward trajectory of the macroeconomic vulnerability index, which combines India's fiscal deficit, current account deficit, and inflation. Inclusive growth. Shift in India's welfare approach. India's social welfare strategy has transitioned from an input-based to an outcome-based empowerment model. This shift emphasizes the saturation of basic necessities, leading to flagship initiatives such as the PM Ujjwala Yojana, which provides free gas connections, and the Swachh Bharat Mission, which builds toilets. Additionally, the Jan Dhan Yojana has facilitated bank account openings, and the PM Awas Yojana has focused on constructing Pakka houses, enhancing opportunities for underprivileged sections. Targeted reforms and last mile delivery. The government has implemented targeted reforms to ensure effective last mile service delivery, epitomized by programs like the Aspirational Districts Program and the recently launched Aspirational Blocks Program. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra engaged 15 crore people, while digitalization in healthcare and education has improved efficiency. The Direct Benefit Transfer Scheme has been crucial, with 36.9 lakh crore rupees transferred since its inception in 2013, minimizing leakages and enhancing fiscal efficiency. Employment and poverty reduction. According to the Annual Periodic Labour Force Survey, PLFS, the All India unemployment rate has been declining, with increased labour force participation and a rising worker to population ratio. female labor force participation rose from 23.3% in 2017 to 18 to 37% in 2022-23, largely driven by rural women's participation. Consequently, the incidence of poverty has significantly decreased, as evidenced by the decline in the multidimensional poverty headcount ratio between 2015 to 16 and 2022 to 23, rising consumption and inclusive growth. The initiatives in the social sector translated into increased consumption spending, as highlighted by the latest Household Consumption Expenditure Survey for 2022 to 23. The monthly per capita consumption expenditure increased in real terms in both rural and urban areas, with the gap between rural and urban MPCE narrowing. This reflects a positive trend towards inclusive growth over the past decade. That's all for today. If you found this video insightful and want to stay updated on the latest economic trends and developments, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more valuable content in the future.